Hello, my name is Ilona, and in this video I want to take a look at the media, just in general, what is going on. Of course, I did a reading yesterday about Twitter in a Dutch video and about Elon Musk buying Twitter. It takes some time, that's what I got from the reading, but it's taking over and there will be a lot of truths will come out through Twitter. There will be free speech there. So things will come out, and especially concerning children. I actually read an article after I did my reading, and I should have known, but also Twitter is involved with a lot of child trafficking, and they're trying to clean up things. There already a lot of people are losing followers, and certain accounts suddenly are gaining followers. So they're trying to get rid of all these bots. But there's a lot of cleaning up they're trying to do, but it's not going to work because they already have everything. But it's interesting to see. So we have now Truth Social, we have Twitter, there'll be much more free speech. I have a feeling that more companies or social media will be taken over. But I just want to take a look at the energy of the media. What is going on there? We have Temperance, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Five of Cups in the past. So under the central card we have the Nine of Pentacles and we have the Three of Pentacles. And we have the Two of Wands. So there's more balance. They're trying to create more balance. So balance is returning, and very interesting, we have the Queen of Swords, which is really about truths coming out and also understanding what is true, what isn't true. So discernment is very important. So the media is kind of cleaning itself out. I truly believe that the white hats are really taking over there and taking over more and more control. Like I said, I think more and more companies or social media will be taking over. There'll be more coming out, so people will be able to speak their minds, be more independent, and start questioning things, especially for the people that are still asleep. There will be an opportunity for them to see other things, other perspectives. What they'll do with it will be up to them, but at least it will open up things. And the near future is really like working together. So this is about cooperation, and I think the media will start more and more cooperating with the white hats. They don't have a lot of choice. And a lot of things are falling apart, like CNN. They had this monthly subscription, I believe. And after a month, that crashed and burned because nobody was watching and nobody was interested in that. And that's what's happening. A lot of viewerships, they're dropping. We've seen, of course, Netflix. They're kind of falling apart as well. So things are changing, and there is like this plan, this corporation to help people see more truths coming out. So I think that really media is changing, but still there's going to be this, it will be up to the people to do something with this. I think a lot of people will not fully understand what's going on, try to hold on, if they've got this world in their hands, try to hold on to their worldview. So it can still be very dramatic for a lot of people. And it will be tough for a lot of people to finally understand, especially when what's coming out with the damage of the wasp stings and everything that's related to that. We now have very rare cases of a certain illness that has to do with the liver coming out now with children all over the world, and that is connected, at least to me, it feels like it's connected to the wasp stings. More and more things like that are going to come out, and people will not completely understand what to do with it. So a lot of people will be like a bit on the fence, like what are we going to do with that? But the media is changing. It is truly changing. It's getting more and more balanced. So more and more things are going to come out. I'd also like to ask the question if we are truly in the end phase. Are we truly at the end of what's going on? I've never asked that question before. Let's see what the cards will have to say. We have the Six of Cups. It's the card above. We have the Knight of Cups as the central card. We have the Page of Wands in the past. We have the Three of Pentacles again, the cooperation. And we have the Wheel of Fortune for the future. And the Four of Swords. This is interesting. So to me, this feels like this is the end that is being given to us. The Knight of Cups is about giving something the cup, but also about connecting. It's about connection. It has to do with children, obviously. Things need to be healed. Things need to be known. This was always about saving the children. So that's very important that people start to understand that that's what this is about. And of course a lot more, but essentially that is what this is about. And people are working together. I do believe the white hats are really truly working very hard to I think that they're really following the plan. And in a way they are adapting the plan as well. But things are moving and changing. So to me, we are now in the end phase. And for the future, near future, things will change very rapidly in a very positive way. But still, this is interesting. We can probably face like a moment that everything will stand still. We still have that scare event, scare moment that is necessary to truly wake up people, or at least give them the opportunity to wake up. So I think things will be moving into this moment that everything is like standing still. We're heading towards that moment. But this is really truly about the children. This is about connecting. This is about getting in touch with our own intuition, with our connection with God. This is really returning to our own authority. That's what this is about. And the white hats, especially with this influence in the past, been working really hard to get this all together, to work this plan, to prepare for what the dark energies will come up with. We're still in this, we're still in the end phase, but I have a feeling that we are near the end and things can change very rapidly, but it will seem like everything will stand still. So that's interesting. This kind of feels to me like that scary event, like everything will be coming together and will in this event, or this event that everything will be standing still, everything will be feeling like last hope, there's no hope, everything is falling apart. I think we're working towards that event. So we are in the end phase. At least that's the feeling I have, and that's what the cards are telling me. So I just want to see how is it going to be very, how do you say that, chaotic, how they're going to do that. How is this event happening? Let's just see what the cards will have to say about this. We have the King of Cups. That's interesting. We have again the Knight of Cups. We have the High Priest in the past. We have the Six of Swords underneath the central card, and we have the Strength card. That's going to get another, and well, this is the military, the Emperor. So the military is the only way, but this is interesting. We have the Knight of Cups again. This is about connection. This is very beautiful in a way, especially with the King of Cups. We are connecting with our emotions, with our intuition, with our soul, with God again. That's what this is about. Standing up and becoming emotional, mature, and becoming mature of our own energy and understanding who we truly are. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, not the different way around. So it's very important to understand that. So this is in the past. So the secret, the veil is lifted. So I do believe that a lot of things are going to come out. I do have a feeling that things will happen, but it will be smoother than we think, because this is really about just taking the boat and going towards a new direction, a new life. And this feels like it may be a little bit hectic. Maybe in certain areas it will be more hectic than others, because we also have this calm water behind it. So I think it will depend on where you live. And of course the scare event, although for the people that are awake and understand what's coming, it's not going to be very fearful, but especially for the people that have no idea what's going on, it's going to be very scary for them. But I think for a lot of people, they are now more and more aware. It won't be as fearful as we think it will be. And I do believe that the military is involved. This is about strength. So I have a feeling it will be a lot smoother than we think. So I'm sure some things, there will be blackouts, but it kind of depends on your area and how long there will be a blackout. I do believe that the free energy is already waiting. It's already being used by certain groups. I believe new internet is already waiting. We have the new financial system waiting. So, and it's already working alongside. So they've taken over all the bank accounts. They know exactly what everybody has. And I don't think you have to worry about that. But it will maybe seem at a certain point in time that we've lost everything that has to do with that scary event, that has to do with waking up people, as much people as possible. But I do have a feeling it will be smoother than we think. Not sure how they're going to do that, but that's the feeling I'm getting. But the military will step up, and it's important that they do, and it's necessary. But the overall feeling I'm getting is it's not going to be as traumatic or dramatic as we think it may be. But it depends, of course, on your perspective. For people that are very, very asleep and things suddenly are happening, it can be very, very frightful. But I do believe that they will try to pick the road with the least victims, with the least disruption of life. That's the road they will pick. So to be very honest, I think it will be smoother, it will be easier than what we think is going to happen. So like the blackouts, I have a feeling it will be, especially it will depend on your area, but it will not be as long as some things that are thrown out there. I think it will be easier and smoother than we think. But that's the feeling I'm getting. So I'd like to leave it at this, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye!